Have you ever wondered if there is a life after death? It's a question that has intrigued humanity for centuries. But what if I told you that some experiences suggest there might be something beyond what we can prove? In this video, we are going to explore a few extraordinary stories that make us question the boundaries between life and death. They aren't just stories, they are powerful experiences that have left a lasting impact. You don't have to believe them, but they might just make you think twice about what happens after we pass on. I am Saeed Salat, and today I'll be sharing these fascinating tales that have made even the most skeptical among us pause and wonder. The first profound experience that shaped our storytellers' belief in the life after death involved their grandfather, who was nearing the end of his life. Despite considering himself an atheist throughout his life, the grandfather had always displayed a complex relationship with faith. The storyteller had often heard him discuss religion, suggesting that deep down he might have harbored some belief in a higher power. As the grandfather approached his final days, he began experiencing unusual phenomena that startled both him and the storyteller. About a week before his death, he started hearing a beautiful, divine sounding music, a chorus that seemed to have a celestial quality. This music was so distinct and mesmerizing that he repeatedly asked the storyteller if they could hear it too, wanting to support him and not make him feel isolated or disillusional. The storyteller confirmed hearing the music, even though they couldn't actually perceive it. Alongside the music, the grandfather started seeing a mysterious figure by his bedside. He described this person as silently waiting for him, and it frightened him. The grandfather requested the storyteller to remove this figure from the room. But the storyteller, unsure if the figure was a figment of his imagination or something more, simply played along, not wanting to distress him further. 2 days before his death, the grandfather had a moment of clarity and lucidity. Known for his sharp intellect, he engaged the storyteller in a deep conversation about profound topics like the soul, God, death, and the afterlife. During their conversation, he expressed a desire to make a pact. He proposed that whatever among them died first should come to the other in a dream to reveal the truth about life after death. The storyteller agreed, shaking his hand and promising to uphold this pact. The very next day, the grandfather passed away. A few weeks later, the storyteller had a dream that was vivid and comforting. In the dream, they were walking along a country road filled with flowers. The light was gentle and warm, creating a soothing atmosphere. They approached a small white house, surrounded by flowers, and knocked on the door. To their astonishment, their grandfather answered with a joyful expression. He invited them inside and before the dream ended, asked them to make a coffee, a poignant reminder of his love for coffee, which he had been deprived of due to health issues. This dream left a lasting impact on the storyteller. They interpreted it as a fulfillment of the promise made with their grandfather. A message affirming that life after death exists and that their grandfather was at peace in a beautiful place. The second significant experience reinforcing the storyteller's belief in the life after death involved their grandmother. This event not only deepened their conviction but also mirrored the earlier experience with their grandfather, adding layers to their understanding of the afterlife. The grandmother passed away a year after the grandfather. As with the previous loss, the storyteller experienced another vivid dream that carried a profound message. In this dream, they found themselves once again on a country road, surrounded by the same beautiful scenery, a small white house, aimed beautiful flowers. The setting was identical to the dream they had after their grandfather's death, which was a reassuring sign that something more than coincidence might be at play. In this dream, the storyteller approached the small white house and knocked on the door. This time, their grandmother opened it. The storyteller was immediately struck by the serenity and happiness in her demeanor. Inside the house, the storyteller saw their grandfather sitting calmly in the background, engrossed in reading a book. His presence was a comforting reminder of the bond they had shared. Their grandmother, now with a peaceful expression, conveyed a message that their grandfather was doing well and that they were together in their new idyllic home. She reassured the storyteller with a simple yet profound statement. Your grandmother is good now, and that she is with me in our new house. The significance of this dream was multifaceted. It not only provided emotional closure, but also confirmed the sense of continuity between the two deceased loved ones. The shared imagery of the small white house and the small beautiful environment suggested a consistent and comforting afterlife scenario. For the storyteller, this experience was an affirmation that their beliefs about life after death were not only valid but also supported by a series of personal, deeply meaningful experiences. This encounter with their grandmother, combined with the previous dream involving their grandfather, provided a sense of continuity and reassurance. It helped the storyteller feel that their loved ones were at peace and that the promises made in life were being honored in the afterlife. These dreams and the feelings associated with them became a powerful testament to their belief in life beyond death. The third key experience that reinforced the storyteller's belief in life after death involved a close friend who passed away from stage 4 kidney failure. This event added another layer of validation to their experiences, demonstrating a recurring theme of continuity and connection beyond the physical realm. The storyteller's friend was only 25 years old and had spent her final month in the hospital, fearful and anxious about her impending death. Despite their attempts to comfort her with reassurances of recovery and plans to dance together after Christmas, her condition deteriorated and she passed away on a Saturday night. On the night of her passing, the storyteller had a vivid dream that was strikingly similar to the previous dreams involving their grandparents. In this dream, the storyteller found themselves in an unfamiliar town and approached a house where they were greeted by none other than their grandfather. This house was peculiar. Its walls were replaced by floating white sheets, created an ethereal and open atmosphere. Inside this dream house, the storyteller encountered their friend, dressed in a hospital gown. She embraced the storyteller warmly, and they danced together, though she was crying. This scene was deeply emotional and symbolic, reflecting the friends' unresolved fears and the comfort of their shared connection. The storyteller, puzzled by the friend's tears, was unable to communicate with her, but felt the profound weight of her presence and the act of dancing as a form of farewell. When the storyteller woke up the next morning, the realization hit them. Their friend was gone. This dream was not only a pigeoned farewell, but also a significant reaffirmation of the belief in life after death. It showcased a consistent pattern of dreams where deceased loved ones appeared in a comforting, familiar setting, reinforcing the storyteller's conviction that these experiences were more than mere coincidence. The friend's appearance in the dream, along with the recurring imagery of the small white house and the warm, comforting environment, provided a sense of closure and continuity. It suggested that death was not an end, but a transition to a different, possibly more serene state of existence. This dream, alongside those involving their grandparents, strengthened the storyteller's belief in an afterlife and the idea that connections with loved ones endure beyond death. Have you ever experienced something similar? Do you believe these dreams were just the brain processing emotions? Or could they be messages from beyond? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'm curious to hear from your stories. If you enjoyed this video, and found it thoughtful, thought provoking, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future content. Today, we've explored stories that challenge our understanding of life and death. Whether you believe in an afterlife or not, these experiences offer a glimpse into the mysteries that surround our existence. Maybe we can't prove there's life after death, but these stories suggest that there is a more to our journey than what meets the eye. Whether you choose to believe is up to you, but it's worth considering the possibility. Remember, life is full of mysteries. Keep an open mind, stay curious, and always be ready to explore the unknown. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments below. Bye bye.